Victoria Pearson, but you can call me V, and I am once again leaving my vlog to the very last second again. It is Friday today, this is going out on Monday. I keep telling you I'm going to stop leaving it to the last minute, and I keep just leaving it to the last minute anyway. But normally, when I'm leaving my weekly vlog to the last minute, that is because I've been really busy, I've been in a lot of pain, I've been very poorly. But this week I've left it to the last minute because I have been busy doing fun things and getting pampered, because this week was my birthday. It was my birthday yesterday at the time of filming this, not at the time it goes out. It was my birthday Thursday. And I had a lovely, lovely time. I was very, very spoiled, and I feel very, very lucky. So many of you guys sent me messages and cards and gifts and all that sort of thing. And I was overwhelmed by it. I was so touched by it. It was lovely. I also got to spend the day with my husband, which doesn't happen in a week very often, but he wanted to surprise me by taking my birthday off. But the surprise got a little bit ruined because one of my friends heard that I was working on my birthday and said, "Oh no, I'm going to come and take you for lunch instead." I mentioned this to him and he was like, "Oh, I had planned to surprise you on your birthday." And so we rearranged it. I'm going out with my friend in about an hour or so, and we're going to go and have lunch together today instead. But me and my husband got to spend the day together. We went and just did a little bit of shopping. Actually, I introduced him to the joys of the middle aisle in Aldi. He said to me, "Where do you want to go shopping and get yourself a little treat?" And I said, "Aldi." He went, "Why?" And I said, it's Thursday, which is deals day in Aldi, and it's middle aisle. We've got to go and look at the middle aisle." And he had never heard of the Aldi middle aisle before. So I just introduced him to the joys of being able to find a frying pan, some post-it notes, a new notebook, and some baby wipes all in the same place. And I think he really liked that. I think we'll be going back there again on deals day in the future. But I went round, I bought so much skincare stuff. If half of the claims that are on all of these different things turn out to be true, I'm going to be looking about 26 tomorrow. So, unfortunately, I don't think that any of the claims that are made on these things are true. Like, I don't know why I bought this either, because I got myself one of these little collagen face mask things. I quite like the feel of a face mask on my skin, and that is the reason that I bought it. But I don't know why, I just decided to reward this company for claiming that you can absorb collagen through your skin. You cannot absorb collagen through your skin, you get it through food. And so it's a completely false claim. I knew that when I bought it, but it is going to feel nice. I'm going to do that later on today. I have an embarrassment of riches of necklaces as well. Not wearing it anymore. Oh, I took it off for the bath. So I've got this beautiful necklace with a hair on it, that not this kind of hair like the animal, that has been on my wish list for ages and ages and ages. And I also got this beautiful necklace as well, which I don't know, it feels a bit too pretty for day-to-day wear, but it's so, so nice. I love moonstone, and that's been languishing on my wish list forever as one of those things that I like, but I couldn't justify getting it for myself because I don't really need it. And so I was very, very blessed to have received that as well. And my daughter went really all out for my birthday. She got me all this different makeup stuff, and she got me these beautiful crystal hanging things that you hang in the window. I don't think you can see in the background because my camera's angled slightly wrong. But when the sun comes out, it just fills the whole room with rainbows. And I just think that's so beautiful. It's made me so, so happy. She really didn't need to go all out for me on my birthday. I do not expect these things, but I think she felt a tiny bit guilty for not being able to be here on my birthday, which she needn't have, because I understand. And, you know, she's at university. She's not off gallivanting or something. She is doing something that's really important, and I'm really proud of her for doing. And so I didn't mind at all that she wasn't here for my birthday, but it was lovely to hear from her and have a video chat with her whilst everybody sang me happy birthday, which was just so sweet. So I got very thoroughly spoiled yesterday, which is not really something that I am used to. And I know it sounds weird to say this when I do like daily and weekly content on here and I'm talking to you all the time, but I'm actually a little bit shy about being the centre of attention. And so it was kind of weird to me to be bombarded with messages wishing me a happy birthday. And I found it quite overwhelming and really, really touching. And it just did make me ever so smiley. So thank you all for that. Is like, whether you left a comment saying happy birthday, or you sent me money, or you sent me a card, or you just remembered that it was my birthday, I'm really, really touched by that. And I'm really, really grateful for you for that. It was very, very sweet. Now, as I say, I am off out with my friend today. I was supposed to go thrifting, you see, on Wednesday with my son. But he hurt his ankle skateboarding a few weeks ago, and he keeps making the exact same mistake that I made with my pole class, which is injuring himself, and then when he feels a bit better, getting back into the sport again. He really needed to rest it for a bit longer though, so he woke up on Wednesday morning really hobbling on that ankle again, and so we decided to stick a pin in thrifting until a few weeks time when he's feeling a bit better and is able to walk around the shops a bit more. But what I was going thrifting for was, well, firstly, I'm in search of a jacket. I like the look of a leather jacket, but I don't like the murdering the cows that comes with a leather jacket. I've tried on a few vegan leather jackets recently, and I did have a vegan leather jacket before that, but it fell apart really, really quickly, especially where the strap of my handbag was. It was rubbing the sort of leatherette away, and it looks awful now. And so, but I don't know if I want to replace it with a vegan leather one, because I find that they're really plasticky, not very breathable. I get too hot in them in the summer, but they're not warm enough for the winter. And so I was hoping that I could find a real leather one, but in a charity shop, so that I'm saving it from landfill then. And it's not like a new cow is being killed for this jacket. It probably died before I was born if it's old enough. And so I was hoping that I could find a vintage leather jacket, and then I wouldn't feel guilty about wearing it as much. So we're going to have a look for that. But also, I wanted to pick up a few things for a few different art projects that I've got planned in my head that I'm hoping to share with you soon. I'm looking for some picture frames because I got some glass paint for Christmas, and so I'm hoping to make some like sun catchers that you can hang on your window. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, I saw a trend on here ages and ages ago. I don't even know if it counts as a trend really. I just saw some videos of people doing it, where you take paintings that you get secondhand from charity shops and you add to them. And I thought that would be a really fun idea. I like the idea of the sort of constable landscape with a big dragon in it and stuff like that. I think that would be a really fun thing to do. So I'm going to have a look and see if I can find any paintings that I can add to as well. And I also was saying the other day, I lost an earring. I still haven't found that earring. It's really annoyed me because I've never actually worn those earrings before. And I realised that although my necklaces are all very organised, I've got them hanging up on my bedroom wall, I can never find my earrings. They're always just scattered around. And so I think I need a little jewellery box, but maybe I want to make one. And so I'm either going to go and get a sort of plain wooden jewellery box and decorate it, or maybe a little glass one and I'll use my glass paint on it. I'm not sure, but that is going to be a future video as well, making my jewellery box with me. And I may find one today because I might end up in the Works today, which is kind of like an art supplies, discount art supplies shop that's near me. They have a constant sale on, which is my favourite kind of art supplies shop. And so I'm hoping to be able to find some bargains there that I can play around with and make into something really nice. So that is the plan today. I'm out for lunch today. And then hopefully we're going to go and hit up the arts and crafts store. But I actually have a few art projects sort of on the go at the moment. And when I finish doing those, I'll probably share them with you as well. I bought these canvases online that I expected to be sort of, but they were tiny, tiny. And so I got 4 of them in the pack. So I'm making a little painting with the same tree, but in different seasons. And I'm thinking if I frame them together, they might look nice like that. And so when I finish that one, I will probably show you how I did it, but also I will probably stick that on my Ko-fi store because I just don't have space to keep hanging all my artworks that I'm making, but I'm on a real artsy one at the moment. I also finally found a use. I don't know if you guys remember, ages and ages ago, I bought a styrofoam head. And I couldn't remember why I had bought this styrofoam head, but it arrived one day and I was like, oh, apparently I ordered a styrofoam head. Because why wouldn't you order a styrofoam head if it came up? But I obviously had planned to make an art thing with it, but I can't remember what I had planned to do. And it's been sat in my craft cupboard for months and months and months, gathering dust while I try and decide what to do with this styrofoam head. But I have an idea now to make it into a sort of Medusa-esque plant pot. I'm going to have to get a fake plant for it though, because I'm just killing plants left, right and centre. In fact, I got this for Christmas and it was this beautiful, beautiful rose plant, and within a few days, look at it, I've completely killed it. I think I overwatered it and loved it to death and gave it root rot. I'm hoping that if I leave it there to dry out for long enough, it might start shooting again and regrow. But I'm absolutely devastated. Literally the only plants I can grow are these jade plants. I've got loads of them, and they're all clones of the original, which I've had for about 25 years. It just keeps going strong, thrives on neglect, loves that my house is a bit dark. And so I need to find plants that are like that, because although I love my jade plants, I would like a bit of different sort of plants going on, but it is a challenging place to grow them. Although we've got a south-facing window here, the windowsills are like tiny. You can't easily fit a plant pot on there, and I can't just have everything on my living room windowsill either. I need some plants that don't mind a bit of neglect and some low light. So if you've got any sort of suggestions for that, that would be great. But I think for the Medusa plant pot, because I want to put it in my hallway as well, which is north facing and doesn't have a window, so it's just got sort of diffused light coming from the panels in the front door, there's not really enough light for any kind of plant growth to grow in there. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to get a fake plant to make this look good. But I'm thinking a Medusa head with like a ivy hair coming out of it. I think that would look cool. So I've got some Stone Effect clay and my styrofoam head. I'm going to try and find a fake plant to go in it, and then we're just going to go for it and work it out as we go along, because I've never made anything like that before. But how hard can it be? How hard can it be? I'm probably going to make a big mess, aren't I? If I do make a big mess, I'll still show you anyway, because we like when things go wrong around here. It's a chaos vlog. Now, I was going to make this vlog all about sort of turning 40 and how awesome it is to turn 30, because I saw somebody the other day on Twitter worrying because they're about to turn 30 and it's the end of their life. And I'm just like, oh, you have no idea how good your 30s are. Like, your 30s are the best decade. I will stand by this. Although my older friends are telling me that my 40s are going to be even better. But I just love how I sort of stepped into myself in my 30s. I love how I gained my confidence, stopped caring what other people think of me. Suddenly in my 30s, probably when I was about 35, I suddenly thought, you have a finite time on this planet. Are you really going to waste it tiptoeing around the opinions of people that you don't even like? No, we're not playing that game. And so I loved my 30s, and I'm really, really looking forward to my 40s. If it's going to get even better than that, then fantastic. I can't wait for it. And I was going to do a whole thing today about aging, but instead I've just ended up waffling at you about stuff that I got for my birthday. And honestly, I think that was more fun. So next week I might talk a bit about aging and sort of getting into your 30s and 40s and beyond, but honestly, I feel like I need a bit more time in my 40s before I can speak authoritatively about that. And so I'll probably just do an artsy vlog for you instead. Unless I end up going somewhere next week. I might end up going somewhere next week. And if I end up going there, I'll take you with me. But I'm not sure if I'm going or not yet. So I'm not gonna mention too much about that in case we end up doing it a bit later in the year instead. Either way though, I will be here on Monday at 6 AM UK time, talking about something, showing you something, or going somewhere. Who knows? But if you can't wait until then to see me again, I understand. I will be here every single morning in your shorts, taking a great big deep breath, letting you know what I'm grateful for that day, sometimes letting you know what's challenging me that day, but I'm trying to focus more on the gratitude, because I do whinge on about my back pain, don't I? And I will also be here on a Witchy Wednesday doing an intuitive tarot card read for you as well. I think I've mentioned a lot of times before, you can book me for a private reading if you would like something a bit more in depth, a bit more personal. And in fact, I'm going to be going and doing one of those readings just after I finish this vlog, because somebody booked me last week. And I'm really looking forward to that one because it is a birthday reading, and so I get to do the full 12 months and really get into it and use all of my different decks, and I do enjoy doing that. So if you would like to book yourself in, I will try and fit you in on the screen somewhere and tell you where it is, but I'll also put the link in the description of this video as well. Until next week though, you have yourself a magical week.